Alec Bradley, Gatekeeper, and Robusto. Hey, Bradley, look, hey, this is a cigar vlog. So, rather interesting band on this one. I think what this is Medusa's head from Clash of the Titans, like the original from like the 1960s, the old Ray Harryhausen one. That was actually good. Anyway, for some reason they've decided to call this Alec and Bradley. I don't know if this will actually show up instead of just Alec Bradley. So there's now an and in there. Kind of interesting. The name of the cigar brand is actually named after the maker's two sons, Alec and Bradley. So this one kind of alludes to that, I suppose. Other than that, I know bupkis about it, what it's supposed to taste like, and that's kind of the point. I think it looks alright. And be a little careful because it's been ridiculously dry with an obnoxious level of wind for like 2 weeks straight. And because it's been so dry, I am not going to use the ash as a marker of the halfway point. I'm just going to tap it into a little tin can that I brought with me, so I don't have to be concerned about accidentally flopping cigar ash into a bone dry field. And again, apologies for any kind of wind noise. Today has been the first day in like the last 2 weeks I've been able to come out here and actually do a review, because we've had pretty much a ludicrous level of like hurricane force wind, which is absolutely bizarre. Anyway, a little sweet, a little bit of a spice of something. I say a touch of pepper on the very tail end. Clean tobacco, a bit of a coffee note. Good start. So I'm going to find some place that has a little bit less breeze. I'm also going to get away from the pair of hawks that are around here. Seeing as how I don't know what kind of hawk they are, I'm officially dubbing them the Colorado murder pigeon. But anywho, I'll get back to you at the first inch. Okay. So far, it's got a little spice to it. Not bad. A little spice, a little sweet. There's a little sweetness in the retrohale, along with something I'm kind of not too sure about. A couple of good flavors going on in this. Yeah, I'm getting a little pepperiness on this. I'm kind of hoping that it's just overcast enough that most people are not going to go out walking the dog, or riding the bike, or walking the kids, or doing something else to put about my video. Anyway. Yeah, sweet. Kind of coffee-ish. Maybe not so coffee. I went ahead and yanked the band because they were actually very, very loose. As it turns out, it wasn't a kind of weird one band with like two flaps on it. It was actually two bands that got squished together. So I don't know how that happened. But yeah, there was actually two bands on there. And they actually had the presence of mind to not just use like a glob of glue that sticks the band to the wrapper. So you can yank that at any time and it'll be just fine, which I always appreciate. So anyway, we have a couple of complex flavors going on here. The real big one I'm getting is kind of that, not necessarily earthy, but there's definitely a kind of a building pepperiness to it, which is not bad. A couple of different flavors going on, so we'll go ahead and get this down to the halfway point, and I'm going to go ahead and start tapping this ash like now, instead of using that as a kind of a halfway marker, just because of the fact that I don't want it flopping into the dry grass or anywhere else, even on the concrete. Puddle of water, maybe, if I can find a puddle of water. Anyway, I'll get back to you at the halfway point. Okay, get up to about the halfway point here. Once you get towards the halfway point, the spiciness kind of dies down a little bit. Every so often I'll get a little bit of caffeine vibe, a little bit of sweetness in the retrohale, sometimes in the mouth. But moreover, when I'm getting out of the mouth of this, is something almost meaty, you know, like savory kind of a flavor. Kind of like somebody was cooking over a campfire or something. Turning out to be very interesting. Yeah, there's a couple of different flavors going on in here, and this is definitely one of those that, depending on how your taste buds are keyed, you're probably going to get something a little different than me. But yeah, this has got kind of a very savory quality to it, which is rather interesting. I haven't found too many cigars to do that. So anyway, seeing as how this is still developing, I'm going to go ahead and get this down to the nub. Hopefully not burn my fingers, and wrap it up from there. Okay, I start having to figure out how I'm supposed to grab this in order to actually finish it up. That tells me I'm done. Also, flavors are getting kind of that just hot tobacco flavor. You know, it's starting to wash out towards, pretty much every cigar does this. So far, this has been a rather savory experience. Starts off real spicy. About the halfway point, the spice is still there, but kind of mellows out a little bit and gets kind of an almost smoky, meaty quality to it. Like I said, somebody cooking over a campfire. Retrohale always has a touch of sweetness in it, but there's also like another quality. I want to say maybe coffee-ish. It's like, you get a little coffee, a little meaty flavor, a little sometimes a lot of spicy. Overall, the best thing I can probably say to pair this with would be a very smoky scotch, or a very strong coffee, or possibly a very well-aged tequila. And maybe a bit of carne asada with a little bit of salsa on the side. Other than that, not much else to say. Pretty sure everybody's going to find something a little different to pick out in this, because there's kind of a lot going on, which is always a good thing. So if you can find them on the cheap, or get like a 5-pack or something that's not going to break the bank, by all means, check it out. Other than that, that's pretty much it. If you like this review and you have the review, like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know if you had a different experience. Also, check out my Twitch stream, Sunday to Friday night, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. If you can't make the live stream, it will eventually show up on the VOD channel that I will eventually get around to actually linking somewhere on my main page. Eventually. Anyway, that's all I got for this one. I'll see you next time.